Before we get started, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by the Kalam app, an app that allows you to learn Quranic Arabic so you can finally understand what you're reciting in prayer, but there'll be more on that later. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, I joined few minutes ago. You removed me. May I know why?
I don't know which one you are. Sorry.
No, I said no. I am Buddhist. I wanted to ask you question on Christianity because I saw debates of them with you.
What's the Buddhist holy book?
Tripitaka.
The what?
Tripitak.
Oh, yeah? What does it say? What are
Yes.
some things that it says?
Like what you want to know?
Just tell me something that it says inside of it.
Yeah, it says many things, but I means had some questions on like Christianity because I see you refuting Christianity, so I wanted to ask about that.
All right, man. Go for it. Go for it. What are your questions,
Okay.
man?
Like I also debate Christians like you do. So like for them proving Christianity true,
Why
they
why
show
do, why do
prophecy.
you why do, why do you debate Christianity? So you could bring them to what? What are you bringing them to exactly?
Like I want to make them Buddhist,
You have
atheist.
nothing. What the heck is Buddhism? It's nothing. What are you bringing them to?
No, Buddhism means it's a type of atheism, like spiritual atheism.
What do they?
Like
What do
we
I get? What
don't
do I get? What do I get in becoming a Buddhist?
like your life will be much better like if you convert to Buddhism because you don't have to worship God and you have to like do hard work all by yourself without relying on God, all these things.
Okay. So when I
Yes.
become a Buddhist, my life
Yeah,
won't change except I won't have a God anymore.
yeah, that's the good part of it.
That's nothing. You're inviting me to nothing, dude. Literally inviting me to nothing.
No, see, because if you study psychology you will see that if you like believe in some higher power who means want to whom you always ask for help, then automatically like you will be like lazy and be less moral as compared to the one who like do
Let's see
hard
this.
work without relying on others.
Let's see the study.
It's a basic common sense, bro. Like
Let's see the study. Common sense. Let's see the study, man.
you can see the practical, like atheist
What's
countries
the
are like.
study? It's not practical, bro. What's the study? Can I see the study that you just quoted?
No, I see the atheist majority countries are performing well in economy and all things, education, better than Muslim countries and other
Which
religious
which
countries.
which countries? India?
No, India is a atheist country, like China, UK,
Yeah.
France.
Hmm.
Yeah. So these
France,
countries are performing.
France is an atheist country.
Yeah, like half of the population don't follow any religion.
So, what has their atheism contributed to the success of their economy?
It's because they like they don't worship any god or follow religion. So I think that has contributed their development.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see that because France has declined in religiosity. Because of this,
Yes.
this has been a leading factor of the success of France economy. Can I see that?
No, I don't have anything like that.
I know you don't have anything. What about North Korea? Do they have religion there?
No.
So what's happening there in North Korea, man? You got that fat ass guy sitting down threatening to bomb everybody out of existence. Is that a successful country?
No, because they have made Kim Jong Un as God, so it is one type
You
of
have made,
religion only. Like
so they've made one fat guy God and you made another fat guy God. So both of you guys are worshiping two fat guys.
they're funny
What's the
man.
difference? What's the difference? They have a fat guy that they worship as God. You have a fat guy that you worship as God. So what is the difference between you and King Buddha and King Jong Un? What's the difference? Tell me.
Like, like we see as him as teacher, like as a normal guide. It is
All
not like
right,
that we hundred
how's
percent.
that different? How's that different from Kim Jong Un, man? It's the same thing. How's that any different?
No, no, like you you visit North Korea, you will know then.
Anyways, brother. Okay, what questions do you have about Christianity, man?
Yeah. Like they always say that our in our Bible the prophecies are fulfilled, so the religion is true. They always claim like that. So how can I debunk them? Is it true?
What's true?
Like they claim that the prophecies mentioned in the Bible are fulfilled. Is it true?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they're fulfilled.
so then doesn't that prove the Christianity true? Means
No, it proves Islam true
how both are a different religion. Also,
because the Bible is a Muslim book. That's why.
oh, Muslim, but they people don't follow. Means they you follow Quran, no?
Yeah, I follow Quran.
Okay. So like how Bible is Muslim book if you follow Quran?
Just because I don't follow the Bible anymore, it means that it's not a Muslim book.
Uh, See, like for example, our holy book is Tripitaka. So this is Buddhist book. So
Sorry,
if
your
someone
holy book
Muslim,
is what? Tiki Taka?
uh, no,
Sorry, I
T
only know
R
about
I,
the Tiki Taka of
Hmm.
Barcelona, brother. Real Madrid. That's the only Tiki Taka I know.
No, no,
What
no,
is it again?
three T R I P
Mm,
I T A K.
okay. I'm not gonna
Okay.
okay. Okay, cool, sure. What about it?
So like, see, every religion has their own books. So other religions can claim that this book is mine and that book is mine. So everyone has their independent book like that.
Nice.
So
Yes, that's right.
yeah. So how means you are claiming that Bible is a Muslim book? Means it is very confusing actually for me
What's so
when I hear
confusing?
this.
The Bible is a Muslim book that talks about the religion of Islam as revealed by the God of Abraham. What's so confusing?
Okay,
I don't get
I
what's so
didn't knew it.
confusing, brother.
I didn't
So
knew actually that. Hmm.
yeah, so that's the Bible is a Muslim book. The Old Testament is Muslim. The Gospels are Muslim, and they
Okay,
teach and prophesy about Islam. That's why the
okay,
prophecies are fulfilled.
okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand. So
Is that all,
then
brother?
both. So then the both books are correct from your perspective, right?
No, not all of the Bible is correct.
Okay. So you mean some things are correct, some things are not. Like,
Yes.
am I right?
Yes, some things are correct, some things are not. That's right.
Uh, okay, brother. Like this much only I wanted to ask you.
You didn't know that already?
No, I like only see debates. Means have didn't knew actually before
So why are you not a Muslim, man?
because like I have studied Islam, but there are many things like I didn't like about Islam.
Like what?
So like see there are these heard about the Sharia law.
Okay, like what?
Like the basically the many things in Sharia law like which discriminate Muslim from a non-Muslim. So I don't think like it is right
Like what?
because see everyone's
Like
like
what?
for example a non-Muslim can't preach his religion. Uh, this is one example, and
Yeah,
he or she
okay.
cannot Mm.
Okay, and why is that discriminatory?
because it is against the freedom of speech. Like
Who said
everyone
that
has their
who said that you're entitled to freedom of speech? Kim Jong Un? Donald Trump?
no like
Who told you
the
that you
whole
should
world.
have freedom of speech?
It's a like a basic human sense. Whole world is means no freedom of speech is correct.
Whole world knows freedom of speech of correct? That's not true.
Yeah.
That's certainly not true. That's a modern phenomena. That
So
barely
like
exists.
if
That only exists in some countries. Most countries don't have freedom of speech.
so it is like then you are supporting the dictatorship if you don't support freedom of speech.
What's dictatorship?
Means that like the
I don't allow
leader
you
has,
to say whatever you want? Then
yeah.
yeah, I'm the biggest dictator then, 100%. Yeah, I'm a dictator. You think that I should be able to say that I support ISIS, for example, hypothetically? Can somebody say I support ISIS and beheading everybody?
No, that's
No,
it's
brother, it's
dangerous.
freedom of don't be dictator. Don't be dictator, brother. This is my freedom of speech. What
Yeah, but
about
it
can I say that um juice boxes have long nose? They're um scamming bankers and they're gonna control the world. Can I say that?
no, no, you can't say that
Why, man?
because
It's freedom of speech. Stop being a dictator.
no, because see, there are some things that harms the society if you tell those
Okay.
things. So like
Okay. Okay.
that
So
type
then
of
you
things.
don't. Okay. So then you don't believe in freedom of speech. You only believe in freedom of speech as long as the speech is something that you approve of, right?
That means it it shouldn't harm the society. The basic thing
All
is
right.
that.
So as long as it's something you approve of, then that's fine, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Okay. So our freedom of speech is that you could say whatever you want, except if it's against Islam. You could say whatever you want, except if you're teaching other religions, because it harms society. So we have freedom of
Like
speech.
how it like harms society. Like
Because
do
you're
any
teaching
person
you're teaching a great moral error, that is polytheism, to worship other than God. It's the biggest harm in society.
but we can see it like practically. Like let's say that I preach atheism or polytheism to a person. So
Yeah,
what harm we will get in his body, physical body? Can you say?
it doesn't need to be direct harm to your physical body. It's a spiritual
Then
harm.
what?
Number one, it's a spiritual harm. Number two, it's an indirect physical harm, because teaching atheism means teaching people to stray away from the rule, the prevailing rule, and the structure and the morality and the principle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala legislates. And if you stray away from those, then you put yourself in a position where justice won't be served because you're ruling by other than what Allah has revealed.
Yeah.
Um, rights won't be served. Crime won't be punished properly and appropriately. And so, like that, you'll have an indirect harm to society. And things will be permitted that are not supposed to be permitted. How many of us know how to recite the Quran properly or even understand its true meaning? Well, that's exactly where the Kalam app comes into play. The Kalam app is an Arabic learning tool that teaches you how to pronounce the Arabic of the Quran and finally understand its true meaning. So whether you want to practice your tajweed or whether you finally want to connect with the words of the revealed Quran in its original Arabic tongue, Kalam is the perfect tool for you. Imagine reading the Quran and finally being able to understand the Quran in its pure Arabic original language without relying on a translation. Imagine standing up in prayer in Taraweeh and finally having that khushu' because you could understand the words that are being recited. There's no better time to start. Download Kalam today and experience the Quran this Ramadan like you've never experienced before. You'll find the link in the description below. So when you teach against Islam and teach towards other religions, that means you're teaching against the state, because Islam is an Islamic government is a theocratic government. Islam rules the state. To teach against Islam or contrary to
Hmm.
Islam is to teach against the supreme rule of the state, which is an act of, well, I guess you could say treason,
Yeah. The
causes
same thing
civil
like
unrest.
hmm, the same thing Kim Jong Un will say in his country to ban preaching all religions.
Yeah, the same thing that Netanyahu will say, and Donald
Yeah.
Trump will say, and Modi will say.
Yes.
president of India. He'll say the same thing. He says, you can't go around and say death to India. Can you go say death to India in India? Death
No,
to India. Long live the ISIS. Can you say that?
no.
Okay, so then you don't have freedom of speech then.
Right. So then,
So what do you
how
disagree
you will
with Islam?
disagree? Like, yeah, there is. I heard someone that if some country doesn't allow, like in their country to preach Islam, then you have the right to invade the country and attack. Am I right?
Yes, with the conditions
So that
provided. As long as the
so not,
preconditions are all present, then yes.
so then like why no country attack North Korea?
Why no country attack North Korea?
Yeah, Islam is banned no from preaching there.
Okay, what is that? What does that have to do with what you disagree with in regards to Islam?
Yeah, like see, I wanted to just say that see, their country have different
Sure.
freedom of speech.
That-
Each
That's
country
that's
has
fine. That's fine, brother. But I'm saying you said you disagree with Islam. So what
yes,
is it
yes.
that you disagree with?
The thing I disagree is that like coexisting with other countries. This is the thing I want to say. Like if someone
We
doesn't
could we
agree
could
of
we
your
could
definition
we
of
could we could coexist with other countries.
no, like if someone doesn't agree with your definition of freedom of speech, you will attack their country. But
No, there's
we can,
we could have trade agreements and peace treaties intact and enacted. Doesn't mean always that we're gonna attack.
no, but you said no that if some country doesn't allow to preach Islam, then you have right to attack. So it
I
means
have
that they
yes,
don't agree with
I
your
have
definition.
I have yes, I have a right. If there are no international agreements and there are no treaties signed, there's no trade agreement signed, then what makes you think that a country doesn't have the right to attack another country? Does Donald Trump have the right to pick up Maduro from Venezuela in his tracksuit and bring him to the United States?
No, no, I definitely condemn him to.
Why doesn't he have the right to do so? Because there's international agreements and that's illegal according to international law, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay, but if there was no international law and there was no trade agreements, then why doesn't Trump have the right to do that?
Because why does he have to interfere in other
I
countries'
didn't say why.
internal?
We're not talking about the motivation. We're talking why doesn't he have the right?
Because from a humanity perspective, uh, he shouldn't intervene other countries' matter.
Who says? You just making shit up as you go? Humanity? Just label it humanity and you're good to go? Who says, bro?
In past, in past,
If there is no trade agreement or peace treaty between my nation and your nation, why should I not attack you if I want to and I have the economic and the military capability to do so? Why shouldn't I come and attack you and declare war on you and take your land and your resources? Why can't I do it?
this same thing that British Zionist all things did to fulfill their agenda. So it's bad thing,
No,
brother. You can see what
no,
happened.
they no, the Zionists and the illegitimate state of Israel, they do things that
Yeah.
are contrary to universal agreed upon international law.
Mm.
Now we're talking about in the case where there is no universal agreed upon international law. Then what
Yeah.
gives a nation the right to not be attacked by another nation? This is silly, man. We
Yeah,
know
it
this is
means
not
you are
the case.
correct.
We know this is not the case because humanity,
Mm.
since the beginning of empires and civilization, has done exactly that up until the modern era. Nations have come and nations have gone, and empires have come and they have gone, and they have conquered, and they have been conquered. Kings have come and gone. It's natural.
Yes.
Civilization. So, how could you say that it's
Yeah.
morally wrong when it's been universally accepted throughout human existence?
Yeah, I mean, you are correct. But treaties, these agreements you are talking about, like they can be broken and changed later. Like they are not always the same. We have to agree that.
I
So
agree,
how
but
can we
okay, so that has nothing to do with what you. So, what do you disagree with when it comes to Islam?
as I said, like uh, I means from my perspective, from my moral perspective, like we don't have to impose our definition of freedom of speech on others. This is my perspective, but
Okay,
Islam contradicts it, so I don't like that.
okay, but
Simple.
you are, sir. We already agreed that according to your logic, there can't be freedom of speech anywhere because that already assumes a framework where speech
Hmm.
is considered free. And who
Yeah,
decides
that's
and
why.
dictates that framework? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
circular.
that. Yeah, I'm saying that only. Like everyone will have their own different freedom of speech, but we
Right.
have
And
to
right.
coexist with them.
Right. Right. So then the prevailing religion of God should dictate the framework by which speech is considered free or not free.
Okay, like if it is proved, then yes, why not?
All right. There you go. And we agree. So why are you not a Muslim?
I like many. Haven't studied Quran yet, and biography. Also, I'm planning to study of Prophet Muhammad and everything.
Okay,
After
brother.
that, I will decide.
Okay, brother. Brother, you said you studied Islam earlier, but now you didn't study Islam? You're confusing me, man.
No, no. Means like I only watched YouTube debates. That only,
So that you
nothing
studied
more.
Islam by watching YouTube debates? Okay, brother. Well, I suggest that you pick up a book and read, educate yourself
Yeah.
about Islam, and come back. All right?
All right, brother. And thank you for giving me time. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.